Hello and welcome to my channel Cochin Orchids. Today's video is on the bacterial disease on Dendrobium plants. Dendrobium is affected by bacterial pathogens and it has become a major disease destroying the population of plants. In several orchid nurseries, economic losses are incurred due to this disease. Loss of leaves and complete plant destruction are especially severe during prolonged rainy periods. The disease spreads very fast and will become a very serious threat to orchid cultivation. The symptoms of bacterial disease must be well understood. Any part of the plant can be affected, but the symptoms are likely to be first observed on the leaves. Faint, irregular olive green areas appear at the early stages of infection. As the disease progresses, these areas develop into larger dark green to brown white spots and the entire leaf rots. Leaf drop is a common symptom. The leaves show translucent leaves. That means they become watery and light can pass through them. The disease spreads from infected leaves into the canes. The outside of diseased canes are yellow to brown, while the insides are greenish yellow to brown. Diseased leaves and canes have a foul odor. Mature canes infected with bacteria are soft and mushy. Eventually, the diseased canes become weakened, brittle and hollow, often breaking or bending at various points along the cane. Bacteria may also enter the lower parts of cane through wounds and move upwards inside the cane to healthy leaves. Watery rots of leaf beginning from the stem, the bacterial disease of leaves beginning at the stem end of the leaf are a very good indication of bacterial infection. Severe infected canes die, which results in stunted plants with poor vigor. Young shoots may be destroyed within no time and young plants die in a few months. The entire population decline gradually and die. The species of Pseudomonas and Erwinia usually cause the disease in Dendrobium. These bacteria are single-celled organisms. They feed on the rich organic nutrient sources and they reproduce very fast. They multiply in every 20 to 30 minutes. This rapid multiplication results in the quick destruction of the host plants. Bacteria feed by releasing enzymes which kill or injure plants, and they then absorb the nutrients that become available. The poisonous byproducts formed by the growing bacteria also accumulate in the destroyed diseased plants to further injure or kill the healthy plants. Once infected, the bacteria can be exuded from natural plant openings, wounds or rotting tissue. These bacteria easily contaminate healthy plant tissue, soil or potting media, pots, tools, clothing and any other material. They are transported by splashing or moving water, contact between plants, handling of plants. Bacteria can be transmitted from one plant to another by slugs, snails, toads and other organisms. Insects also play a vital role in the transportation of bacteria. Even without wounding, the infection occurs. Wet environments and low light levels promote disease development. High moisture favors bacterial emergence, movement, infection and multiplication. Bacterial spread can be achieved by making dry environments and disease levels diminish without moisture. On rare occasions, severely infected fields recover during the dry summer periods, only to be diseased again during the wet winter period. Bacteria survive well in the diseased plant, in plant debris and other organic matter. Within the plant, pathogenic bacteria are protected from starvation, drying, and harmful chemicals. Large population of bacteria contained in plant sap may also survive for a few weeks outside the plant. Bacterial diseases are extremely difficult to control. Rapid reproduction rates, massive population levels, and tolerance to many chemicals aid in survival of plant pathogenic bacteria. The following principles can be followed. Exclusion of the diseased plants, elimination of the diseased plants, good moisture control, observing good sanitation, controlling pests like slugs, insects, and other organisms, growing resistant varieties, and use of agrochemicals and antibiotics.